Welcome back to Intriguing Facts, the channel where curiosity finds a home. Today, we're heading into the misty mountain forests of central China to uncover one of nature's most beloved and mysterious creatures. With their round faces, big black eyes, and chubby bodies, giant pandas may look like walking teddy bears. But don't be fooled. There's a lot more to these black and white bamboo eaters than meets the eye. In fact, the panda story is one of survival, adaptation, and even international diplomacy. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and get ready for 45 wild facts that will completely change the way you see pandas. Let's start with something surprising. Pandas are bears, real bears. Despite their diet and cuddly look, they belong to the Ursidae family. But unlike their carnivorous cousins, pandas are almost entirely vegetarian. A whopping 99% of their diet is bamboo. Yes, that tall, crunchy grass. In fact, a single panda can eat up to 84 pounds of bamboo in one day. That's like eating your body weight in salad daily. To handle this plant-based diet, pandas evolved an unusual feature, a false thumb. This thumb is actually a modified wrist bone that helps them grip bamboo stalks with amazing precision. And speaking of precision, pandas are picky eaters. Out of over 1,200 species of bamboo, they only eat about 25 to 30 types. But even though they look chill, pandas are powerful. They have one of the strongest bites in the animal kingdom. Their jaws can easily crush thick bamboo, but they're also capable of snapping bones if threatened. Luckily, pandas are not aggressive by nature. In fact, they're incredibly shy and solitary. Each panda occupies a large territory and prefers to be left alone, except during mating season. And that brings us to one of the most delicate parts of panda biology: reproduction. Female pandas are only fertile for 2 to 3 days each year. Yes, just 72 hours to make a baby panda. That's one reason panda populations declined so sharply in the wild. When a baby panda is born, it's a pink, blind, helpless little creature weighing about 3 to 5 ounces. To put that in perspective, that's 1/900th the size of its mother, the biggest size difference between mum and newborn in the mammal world. Panda mums are incredibly dedicated. They hold their babies constantly and rarely leave them unattended for the first month. It takes about 3 months before a cub starts crawling and nearly a year to become fully mobile. During this time, the mother does everything, while the father disappears from the picture completely. Panda cubs stay with their mothers for up to 2 years before venturing out on their own, and even as adults, pandas spend most of their time doing just 2 things: eating and sleeping. They can sleep up to 12 hours a day and eat for another 12. That's a full-time job just staying alive on bamboo. Because bamboo is low in calories, pandas have very low energy levels and move slowly to conserve strength. But don't mistake slowness for weakness. They're agile climbers and surprisingly good swimmers. Young pandas often climb trees for fun or safety, and they've been observed sliding down snowy slopes like toddlers on a playground. Now let's talk about sounds. You might think pandas are quiet, but they're actually quite vocal. They can bleat like goats, bark, honk, growl, and even chirp. Each sound has its own meaning in panda communication. For example, a mother panda may bleat softly to reassure her cub, while a warning growl tells rivals to back off. One of the most surprising facts: pandas used to be considered a myth in the West. Until the 19th century, stories of black and white bear-like animals were dismissed as folklore. It wasn't until Western explorers ventured into China's highlands that they finally confirmed the panda's existence. Since then, pandas have become global icons, not just of wildlife, but of peace and diplomacy. China often sends pandas to other countries as goodwill ambassadors, a practice known as panda diplomacy. Today, most pandas living outside China are technically on loan, with strict breeding and care agreements. Thanks to global conservation efforts, the wild panda population has slowly increased. From being on the brink of extinction, pandas are now classified as vulnerable, not endangered. They've become living symbols of how human effort and international cooperation can save a species. And really, what better animal to represent peace and resilience than the gentle giant of the bamboo forests? If you found these facts as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Intriguing Facts, and hit the bell icon for more weekly deep dives into the amazing world around us. See you in the next episode.